Zo Loft to get your head right.
All right, what's up, Head Right homies? Welcome to the Zo Loft, your Head Right Hangout. Hey, I hope that your week is off to a groovy start. It gets even groovier as we go along. You hit that hump day, tomorrow hump day, boom, it just launch you off into an even groovier part of your week. And we want to be a part of it, man. So thank you for making this a hangout where you can get your little dose from the Zo Loft, a little something, to make your week go by a little bit more pleasant, if you will. So, what we're going to try to talk about today, y'all, let's see what we can get to. We're going to talk a little bit about the U.S. revokes the president of Colombia's visa after he participated in a protest in Man. Anyway, I protest your protest. The hell you doing protesting on Americans? Man, get your... Anyway, protesting, get your culo. You take your culo and you get gone, man. New York urges soldiers to disobey Trump. Whatever. Retailer closing 21 stores. When I saw that, I said 21 stores. Is it forever 21?
I know, I thought that too.
It just throws your mind there, I guess. Retailer closing 21 stores loses $80 million after replacing shark survivor model with man pretending to be a woman. Okay, who knows? I guess maybe a shark, bit off his, he got his weenie bit off by a shark. Now he's a girl now. She got her arm bit off, and he got his thing bit off. His quicksilver. Anyway, so British Health Service says marrying your first cousin has many benefits and economic advantages. It's like, instead of being friends with benefits, it's cousin with benefits now.
Right.
Ooh, what would that be? A CFF or the friends? What's the abbreviation for friends with benefits? FWB.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever seen that acronym.
I never have. Yeah.
FWB, friends with benefits. We've graduated. Now it's cousins with benefits.
Right.
Ah. Okay, so Ice Cube's tour bus firebombed by Antifa. Protesters mistake tour bus for ICE vehicles. Rapper reacts. All right. North Korea bans Western words. I wonder if Ice Cube is gonna be like, are we gonna go 187? It's cool to say 187 on an undercover cop. He didn't bust out with that kind of language with Antifa though.
Yeah.
Like, what y'all do to my bus? We gonna go 187. Right? No, none of that. I didn't hear any of that. All right. So, North Korea bans Western words, including hamburger. Is hamburger really a Western? Well, I guess I'm conflating Western for English, because hamburger is supposed to be like that's a German word, ain't it?
Yes.
Or am I thinking about the city? Is that where the hamburger was made?
Well, I don't know about that, but I know there's a Hamburg.
Yeah, there's a Hamburg. But is that where the hamburger comes from? And ice, and it's a hamburger. That's kind of like no, okay. I was gonna say that's kind of anti-Semitic, ain't it? Because hamburger, it's like ham, and then burger. They can't be having ham with your burger. Is it like burger? That's German. That's German Jewish, ain't it? Like when you say berg.
Yeah, I think so.
Like Russian, I think it's Stein. Like if the suffix is like Stein, I think that's Russian. And
you just informed me that I'm Russian.
Well, I might be wrong. I'm asking. I don't want to get my European Jews wrong, but I think I guess I'm. What do they call that? Ancestry.com going on up in here.
Right.
No, Russian. I think Russian Jew is Stein, I think, and German Jew is Berg, I think. Help me, forgive me if I'm getting that wrong. But anyway, all that to say, Hamburg. That's like mixing some swine in there, man. That would be like that's unkosher. You can't do that. And have a hamburger with some ice cream. That's definitely not kosher. You can't be having a hamburger, man, and because a hamburger would be fine, but you can't be like Chuck Schumer and taking your hamburger and put some cheese on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely not kosher.
That is not kosher of him.
Chuck. But hamburger with ice, can you do that? Is that okay?
Because ice cream is
Dairy.
yeah.
You know, I think, you know, personally, I mean, you know, with all due respect, I think they got that ordinance all wrong. I don't think they understand the implications of that. But I mean, you know, the boiling of the kid goat in its mother's milk
Yeah.
turns into you can't enjoy a pepperoni pizza.
Right. How sad.
I don't think that's what that means. Anyway, anyway, North Korea, you can't be saying that. You cannot say the ice cream. No, in a hamburger. All right. I can have some fun with my Orientals because, you know, I'm part flip.
That's right.
Anyway, so car rolls into lake after Massachusetts Karen forgets to put car in park while she gets out to heckle ICE agents arresting. I shouldn't laugh, man, because I've long, many moons ago, I have been in one of those road rage situations. Lord forgive me, and I mean that. But yeah, you get out the car and forget to put that bad boy in park. You'd be all like throwing your best tough face on. What you gonna do, cuz? And look behind you, your car is like way down the street, up on the curves. Like, oh man, forgot to put it in park. Dang. Anyway, Democrat lawmakers melt down after Trump posts video of Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero. All right, so let's back it on up.
I love how they have the music playing in the background on that.
Did they play the La Cucaracha song?
I get that mixed up with, I don't know if it's the same song. It's very similar though.
I know, I think I'm confused. I think I messed that song up too.
Yeah, it's close, but it's not quite La Cucaracha. Well, maybe I've never heard the whole song.
No, because the sombrero dance, I think, is that is the tune for it. Yeah. You put the sombrero down, right? You know I love my Hispanics. You know I love my Mexican homies. I'm an honorable Mexican.
Yes.
Right? I mean, my name is Alfonso. Well, actually, Alfonso is really Germanic.
How funny, yeah.
But it's more of a widely used name in the Romantic languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alfonso.
That's odd.
Which means my nickname would be Poncho. Alfonso. Right. And being that my grandmother was from the Philippines, well, she spoke a lot of Spanish. I know that doesn't really count as like Mexican because that's Spanish. Like Spain Spanish. I don't know if it was Castilian Spanish or I guess she spoke like broken Tagalog and
wow.
Spanish. Spangalo.
Spangalo.
So something like that. But
that's funny.
And you know, like my martial arts instructor, like, you know, my mentor back in the day, he was Mexican, right? And my classmates, Mexican. So whooped my behind too.
Aww.
Right? They were from the barrio, and, you know, and street, you know, biker gangs and stuff like that, like Los Vagos.
Oh yeah.
You know, so my little runt behind was in there trying to keep up with them.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, I had to wear I had to wear combat boots to keep up with them. Seriously, well, they weren't the steel toe combat boots, but I needed something I could like throw some weight with.
In your martial arts class, you guys wore shoes.
Yeah, we kept our shoes on. My instructor was like, "Man, your opponent ain't gonna give you time to take your shoes off."
And bow to each other before you fight in the street.
Like, go. But yeah. So that's my cred. Down with the brown. It'd be funny because I get into conversations with folks, and we get to talking about martial arts, and start talking about the culture with it and things like that, and they would expect that my instructor, they would, so, oh, your instructor must have been Chinese, and I bust out like, it's like, no. Oh, why was it expecting that name?
Right.
Yeah. Shaolin. Anyway. Yeah. What else we got here? British Health Services. Maybe. We read that. Why do you want to read that again, Zo? What's up with the marrying the first cousin? Let's keep on scrolling. And yeah. Okay. No, we read all that. Yeah, let me get on back to the top. So, U.S. revokes. Let me open this up in Safari, because if I open up in Chrome, it's gonna bog down my computer. Let's see. This is gonna be coming from Not the Bee, which says, we didn't talk about this one last time, did we? No, we didn't. Anyway, you guys got the article there. You get the gist of it. The dude's got his, his bullhorn, or should I say cow horn? It's like pink.
Yeah.
He's got his bullhorn. Maybe I ain't hating on pink. I got a pink drum set.
That's true.
It's dope, right? I think it is. I refinished it myself. Maybe I'm just tooting my own horn, but it's got like the pink Cadillac vibe to it, man. I call it the Rose Parade. But at any rate, so I ain't hating on the pink, but in this guy's hands, there's something wrong with it.
Yes.
So this pink bullhorn tooting poofta wants to come on American soil and protest in New York. Let's see what this is. The president of Colombia, and this ain't Columbia University either.
Yeah.
This is, it says that. Okay, just clarifying that. But Colombia country in South America was in New York this week and took hold of a bullhorn to protest Donald Trump. Gustavo Petro, right? And let me see. It's unclear if the decision, I think this is him saying, no. Wanted to get to like a transcript of what he said.
My computer's not even letting me pull up the article.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well,
my headphones aren't working, and now I can't pull up the articles.
Who cares what he said? What you come to say it here for? This is the thing that cracks me up, man. So whatever beef that you have, this should go without saying, man. This is, what the crap are you gonna come here and protest America for? We don't owe you anything. Yeah, people wanting to come here. It's like, what the crap do you want to, like, as I've said for years, you want to make like America's this hateful, corrupt, stingy nation and all that sort of stuff. Well, what the crap do you want to come here for? Why? Why does America owe you what your country won't give you? Is that why you want to come here? Because your country don't give you crap? They don't give you nothing? So America somehow owes you what you ain't getting from your country. If your country is so fantastic and you guys got it so much better and we can learn from you and all that sort of stuff, then get it together in your country and freaking stay there. We don't owe you anything. That kind of stuff is like, which goes to show you, y'all, it ain't about the dream, that they can come to America and get a better life. That's not what these people are. It's an invasion. You know what I'm saying? It's an invasion. It's an occupation. They just want to come here and they want to occupy America. Okay? How are you going to do that? How are you going to charge America with these things, what it is that you think that you're owed? Why don't you do that in your own country? It seems like your country is the thing that denies you of the stuff that you want, and you're trying to push your way on up into here. Why don't you take that grievance up with your own country? Get that stuff straight there. You guys act like there's strength in numbers. If y'all just rally together, well, rally together in your own country and take it to your government. So I'm sick of this stuff, man, where it's, I'm pretty sure y'all too. This kind of stuff's been going on for thousands of years, man. People just feel like they can just come into your nation and just make you conform to whatever their ideals are.
Yeah.
And they make you out to be the bad guy. It's like, no, the bad guy is the nation that you're coming from. They're the ones denying you of the stuff that you want. And if they're not, then it's just an admission that you're just trying to occupy our territory and you're invading. That's really what it comes down to. So anyway.
So he got his visa revoked.
Yeah.
And I think he had to leave early.
Bye. Don't come back.
But I wanted to read what he said. Something to the effect of, and I asked you about it. he says the international law grants me immunity to go to the UN and that there should be no reprisals for my free opinion because I am a free person. That's what this president of Colombia, the country, that's what he said to Trump after he was sent back out of the country. He wasn't at the UN, though. He was out on the street.
Yeah, man. You need to get your territory straight.
Right?
You know, where you're going to set up this protest. And yeah, in terms of being a free person, sure, man. You're free until you do something to compromise your freedom.
Yes.
You abused your freedom.
Yes, he did.
So if you want to come over as a head of state and you want to come over here and you want to cause discourse on American soil,
right?
That's an abuse of your so-called freedom.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
And he was abusing his, as you just said. It doesn't say the transcripts, but I pulled the article up and I'm kind of remembering. He was telling American citizens to disobey our soldiers and our cops.
Yeah. So, I mean, really, Petro, you know that you would lose your dookie if Trump was to come over to your country.
Right.
You know, and just decided he's going to stand in the middle of your town square, take somebody's bullhorn, and telling them to, your military, or whatever force you may have down there, and tell them to disobey you. I don't think you would like that very much.
Yeah.
All right, and I don't think it would do any good for Trump to talk about, well, I'm a free person, and I can do it, you know. So you coming over here, you know, and with your pink bullhorn or somebody's pink bullhorn, whichever.
It says pile.
Yeah, and you
P-Y-L-E, pile. His pink bullhorn.
What, inkable horn?
His pink bullhorn
pink.
says pile on it.
Oh, well, considering it's I don't even want to know what pile means. So yeah, man, for you to do that here and to tell our troops to disobey, you know, the president, I don't know. And the thing is, man, and admittedly, these responses can be subjective because if it was somebody coming over or protesting Biden and stuff like that, we'd be like, yeah, that's a president of a nation who's got his head screwed on straight, and we wouldn't care then. We'd be all totally okay with it, and we'd be mad if they revoked his visa. So, you know, that stuff gets rather subjective, and people will, you know, they can pretend like that's not how it would be the other way around. It's like, yes, it would. We would be, you know, lavishing these people, you know, whichever. But it just so happens that this guy's, you know, more on the left-wing loony side, and yeah, dude, you know, you don't have any class to come over and do something like that.
Yeah, he looks like, you know, like in the 80s when we were seeing all these kind of, I don't know how you put it, drug lord type, cartel type, just really bad dudes who were presidents of countries like Ferdinand Marcos of the Philippines. Like in the 80s, all these guys had the aviator glasses and the greasy hair, and they just kind of had a certain look to them. He looks stereotypically like that.
He's the bad boss from Miami Vice.
Yes.
One of those.
Yes.
Let's see. All right, what else we got here? We got retailer closing 21 stores, loses $80 million after replacing shark survivor model with man pretending to be a woman. I'm glad we can say that now. I've been saying it.
We have a quick update. Jay Thompson says Pyle is actually the manufacturer that makes the electric bullhorns.
Oh.
I think it has a different purpose on this guy's bullhorn.
Well, I hope that they're like, man, why did this person have to make our bullhorn? Why do we have to have our name associated? Hopefully they'll issue a statement and say, man, we're sorry that we ain't got nothing to do with that, dude. One could hope. All right, so let's open this up.
I don't think I can help you. I can't open up any. If it's in, I guess I can maybe Bing it and see if that'll work.
Bing! That's just fun to say. When you say it, you can't just say Bing. You got to say Bing! Okay, so the Dylan Mulvaney effect claims another victim. After Anheuser-Busch decided to partner with self-proclaimed transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney, a man pretending to be a woman, for an ad like Tootsie,
Yes.
A man pretended a woman for an ad campaign featuring him debunking Bud Light in 2023. No, drinking, sorry. In 2023, Fox Business reported sales were down 20.9% for the week ending in January 2024 when compared to the previous year. That was 2023. Companies have had time to learn that customers did not want to see delusional men play dress up in a marketing effort, but here we are. Kathmandu Holdings, known as KMD Brands, has reported an $82.9 million loss after a boycott in 2024.
Yay.
Now, y'all, what did I say? What did I say? Even when this stuff was going on as early as 2023 and before that, what did I say? I said, y'all, you know you ain't seen the last of this, right?
Yep.
I've been saying, it's like, dude, and this right here, you think people gonna learn? No, the ones who need to learn are the people who keep saying go woke or go broke. They're the ones who need to learn. This isn't about the money.
True.
It's not about the money. It is a religion, y'all.
Yeah, if it was Jimmy Kimmel, they wouldn't lose $50 million on him every year, every freaking half a year, whatever.
Come on, y'all. I don't know. I'm sorry. It gets like irritating when these right wingers they think we've got the victory and a political victory and a financial victory and all that sort of stuff, dude. That's not the end of it. They're not going to stop doing this. And the reason and because while you think that you got this political victory, so they're just making inroads. They're doing their damage. They're willing to sacrifice a lot of money to do this kind of stuff. All right, and a lot of Republican voters, this mainstream Republican voters that I'm just like disgusted with, they don't get it. They really don't. Right, and this is why Democrats are just able to just stomp on people in the culture and do this damage. Right, but this right here, like I said, I've been saying this for years. This ain't gonna stop. You think these people are gonna learn this lesson that you think that they're supposed to learn? They're not. That's not why they're doing it. All right. So, companies have had time. Anyway, Kathmandu Holdings, known as KMD Brands, has reported an $82.9 million loss after a boycott 24. The decision to use another so-called transgender surfer, another so-called transgender surfer to promote the sport to women. Those losses include a $40.3 million write-down value for its Oboz hiking boot company. KMD owns both Kathmandu and Rip Curl. So, man, who does this dude look like?
What did you say yesterday?
Not like a woman, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why get out there and surf, man. Maybe you'll get lucky and a shark will bite off your weenie.
You said something yesterday. What did you say? Darn it.
I know. I should just walk around with a recorder and just record all the brilliant stuff that I say all day long. But I'm looking at the dude's like it doesn't even look like he's in a bathing suit.
He's not.
It's like look like he's like wearing lingerie or something like that. And that grill, it's like where are you getting female out of that, man? So famous.
It's like he's not even trying to look transgender.
And it's like all I have to do is just say that I'm a woman.
Yeah. Let me put some hoop earrings in and just say I'm a lady.
Yeah. Now that kind of money though, y'all, it's like whatever. It's no big deal. And this stuff is I mean, yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at. But these people, like I said, they're willing to sacrifice this kind of money. This won't be the last one, y'all.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this stuff, is if it goes on.
And it will.
Yeah. So, anyway. I
I wish I could remember what you said you looked like or who. Darn
who
it.
does it. Yeah, I know. Because I'm trying to who does this look like? What about you guys? Throw in some names of maybe that'll jog my memory as who I said this person looked like.
Not John Cena, right?
No.
with longer hair.
Yeah, I don't want John Cena to come after me. I know, right? Because he's looking like somebody, and I
I really wish I could remember what you said last night. I fell out laughing, and I cannot remember.
Who does he look like? Let me check. Maybe if I try putting on my glasses or something.
Do you really want to get a closer look at that?
Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. Let's see.
Of his man cleavage?
Put my glasses on and say, I don't want to see where you tucked it.
Ew.
Yeah, maybe it'll come back to me as we go through the other articles and stuff like that. I can't. Yeah. Dang, man.
I liked it too. Tom Jefferson is saying for people to smash the like button, and he smashed it and I smashed it, but it's still at 1. It'll do that. It'll climb up to 9 and then it'll go back down to like 3 and then it'll climb again. So that's just YouTube.
Was it? And forgive me because I can't. I don't remember if it was a sketchy thought, 99 sketchy, or if it was Jay. But they took like a screenshot.
Yeah.
You know,
and I took a screenshot too.
And,
yeah.
they say, dude, we would see your numbers like climb up. It seemed like it said like 1,000 or something like that. It would shoot up to like 1,000 and then shoot back down.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, they've been doing that kind of stuff to me for years.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah, it's as
Started
far back
in
as 2011, y'all.
yeah.
They've been doing that stuff to me. So, but thank you for trying to give the videos a like. Man, this guy looks like a Cro-Magnon or something like that.
Yeah, he does.
Trying to look like a woman.
Who's Thomas Jane?
Thomas-
Jay Thompson says Thomas Jane. I must Google that.
Thomas Jane. Yeah, I had this with this. Yeah, that's exactly who that guy looks like, and
Or I guess I have
can't
to
think.
Bing it.
I can't think of who it is now. But yeah, got a
I have to
Cro-Magnon.
Bing everything. I can't Google anything anymore. Thomas Jane.
What else we got? British Health Services.
Oh, yeah. He does look like that.
Who's he known for?
He's an actor. Born in 1969. What have you been in?
I'm going to go to the next article while you
Okay.
dig that up. British Health Services says marrying your first cousin, which is more disturbing. The British Health Service is talking about marrying your first cousin, or dude over there, the transgender server. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and crack this open.
Telugu started with the Telugu language romantic comedy Padamati Sandhya Ragam.
Telugu.
Yeah, not Tagalog, Telugu. It looks like some sort of Indian sort of. Face Off, Boogie Nights, The Thin Red Line, Magnolia, Deep Blue Sea. So he's been in a lot.
Yeah.
And he does. They're very similar.
Seems like we've seen a couple of those, but I can't remember which one. Tegulu. Sounds delicious.
Tegulu.
Wow. Can I get a bowl of that Tegulu? Tegulu to go? Tegolu? All right. Let's see, where does the article start? Okay, the UK's National Health Service in the country's government socialistic healthcare system. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be like a big thing with socialism. I don't know, to
Yeah.
make the single payer thing more affordable. Last week, England's genomics education program seriously published guidance that said incest is okay. Hey, goose is a goose and guinea's a guinea. Kinfolk draws just as good as any.
Yeah. Ew.
Even I guess I should say that with a British accent. A goose is a goose and a guinea's a guinea. Kinfolk's knickers just as good as any. All right, so if any comes with I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like all British should have like a fruity British accent.
Right.
Some of it, could be pretty manly sounding actually, like Vivian from The Young Ones.
I was gonna say you went from Monty Python to the Young Ones.
Yeah, Vivian was a manly man.
Yeah.
All right, so even if such inbreeding comes with double the risk of genetic defects, this is basic science, folks. So even dumber somehow is the fact that the NHS uses King Henry IV as an example of cousin marriage. I think they missed a couple of details there. Long story short, with King Henry, it was more of an in-law. I think that he was married to, not an actual.
Yeah, it was the cousin of his wife.
Yeah,
Not blood related.
that doesn't count. That doesn't. That's reaching for an excuse to get it on with your first cousin. Okay.
Yeah, they're really trying to convince their people to get it on with their first cousins.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys have the article there. You get the gist of it, because a lot of it is more like, I guess, Twitter commentary than anything else. So, once again, hey, you follow the science. That's what you liberals, you love people who I wonder, like the women who are like popping Tylenol now, since it's got to be scientific, and
Right.
if Trump says it's not scientific, even though their opinions on this or was coming from people who did studies, coming from these institutions that these people hold in such high esteem.
The most prestigious medical schools.
Right.
Lots of them did these studies. Since going back to 2013, you can find it on the internet.
So you've got, your upper echelon of medical academia, doing these studies, and you're gonna overlook that, or just be ignorant of it because you think that these are opinions coming from Trump and RFK. So y'all gonna go and start pumping Tylenol, and there's people getting hurt doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, there's but anyway, follow the science, right? So now, as far as this goes, hey, these are scientific boards, people who are reputable, I guess, in the medical industry. Is this gonna go, y'all? And this, once again, man, this ain't nothing new, man. This ain't nothing new. This been going on for thousands of years. There's a reason why the Word of God is like, hey, don't be hooking up with your close relative.
Yeah.
Now in English, like, what is it with y'all? Are y'all trying to stay so nationally pure that because even in their royal lines,
Yeah.
to maintain
Princess Diana and was it Charles? They were cousins, first cousins.
First cousin.
Yep.
Okay. So you got to keep that dynastic, or not necessarily the dynasty purity, but national purity. And y'all, I ain't trying to diss England. This nations the world over do stuff like this.
It is fun though.
It's fun to clown a little bit. But, it was all nations. They do this. They do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, but and the Word of God will tell you, man, don't be hooking up with your close relative. I think 3 times removed is the cutoff. Because when you get down to it, I mean, everybody's like, we're all kind of related.
Yeah.
But of course,
I thought about that.
Yeah, we're descendants of hey, e pluribus unum, okay? As one came, or two, came many. But yeah, we're several times removed at this point. Yeah, but where does that removal start? Like, what's too close of a relative, and what's far enough? So I think the term, what is it, kissing cousins?
Yeah.
Is by the time your cousin is like 3 times. So your sister, your half sister, or half brother, or whichever, stuff like that. No, it didn't. No.
No.
Your aunt or your uncle. No. Yes. I don't. Those kids that no. I think. But in terms of like cousins, though, I think that's about as close as you can get, and it can't be your first cousin, not your second cousin, but third. You got to be 3 times removed. So after that, I guess you don't have to worry about any weird, defects or anything like that. But hey, these are your scientific people, and they say that hooking up with your first cousin. It is linked to stronger extended family support systems and economic advantages.
It's also linked to 4 to 6% higher rate than non-kissing cousins, 4 to 6% higher rate of birth defects, which the British National Health Society is arguing that is still 96% 94%, rate that you're not going to have a birth defect.
Well,
They're saying it's worth the risk to kiss your cousin.
considering how the economy is and how the healthcare system is, you wouldn't want to add any sort of
Yes.
percentages to that. In the
Yes.
long run, this not going to happen. It ain't going to take that long, actually. But I mean, if people just went ahead and went along with this narrative, I hope that these people are being discredited. Say, man, you know what? Y'all shouldn't write anything else. Y'all kind of y'all sound like you might be inbred.
Yes. When we were reading this article, I just had it and the page jumped. The article kind of made it sound like, the writers of the article, that perhaps they're doing this because they have a gigantic Pakistani and Muslim population. And let's see, it says 61% of all marriages are consanguineous with the Pakistanis in Britain. 61% are consanguineous, meaning of the same blood.
Yeah, and there's a reason why we have a hard time pronouncing that word because we're so not interested in getting it.
Yes, exactly.
Lack of interest keeps us from learning.
Yeah. And then across the Muslim world, 25 to 50% of all marriages are between blood relatives, leading to serious genetic issues, which have serious implications on a nation's healthcare system.
Yeah. And like I said, this kind of stuff is, people do this stuff the world over.
Yeah.
And to think that it's not going to put a strain on your healthcare system, yeah, and that ain't true. But
the birth defect rate among the Pakistanis, they're only 4% of the population, but their birth defect rate in Britain is 30%. That's high.
Yeah.
A third, like 30% of their kids come out with birth defects because they marry in the same blood.
Right? It is the lack of value when you consider this is the repercussions that y'all gonna do this sort of stuff anyway. Yeah, you might not want to do that. Man, once again, Maranatha.
Oh wow!
Because this stuff is just going to keep on going, man. It's going to keep it. Just Lord, can you just come on and take us out of here? We're convinced.
Right? Yeah.
We're convinced. It's just not going to get any better. That's why I'm saying it's like people talk about with these sexual deviations and this kind of stuff. Not just transgender, but the transgender, the homosexuality, the pederasty, the incest, all this sort of stuff. Buckle up, y'all. It's going to get worse. Okay.
Jay has said for us to Google the Habsburg jaw. So I had to bing it since my computer's not letting me Google anything. I'm not heartbroken about that, though. The Habsburg jaw is a distinctive facial feature characterized by a protruding jaw and was primarily caused by centuries of inbreeding with the Habsburg dynasty. And there's some lovely pictures for you guys to
Is it protruding jaw? Is what they got, like an underbite?
It looks like that, yeah.
Oh my God.
Just made a face for him.
Like a Popeye jaw or something like that, man. I got that underbite, baby. Don't you think that's sexy? Come here, cuz.
Ew.
So let's see. But yeah, I mean, the Word of God talks about this. It goes through the whole list. Don't be approaching this. This is your close relative. Do not approach it. This is your close relative. You do that sort of stuff, and it's like, look, I'll have you put to death, okay?
Yes.
Now, some people be like, well, doesn't the Bible, condone incest? Like Abraham.
Yes, I hear people argue that all the time.
Abraham was married to his half-sister. Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, their mom and dad were Jochebed and was Aaron? What was his name? I want to say Aaron, but they was aunt and nephew. But let's set the record straight. One, God put a stop to that. It's like, look, okay, after this, no more. Well, what about before? Yeah. Was God okay with incest before? How did the world get populated? Let me help you all out. Incest, as far as God is concerned, is like punishable by death. Like, not cool, man. All right? Y'all weren't supposed to get here like this. But see, when Adam and Eve transgressed and gave death dominion, that changed the dynamic of how the earth was supposed to be populated. I didn't plan that for y'all. They did that. I didn't. All right? So now they had to go through this method of populating the earth. So yeah, there was lots of incest going on. Part of probably why we so screwed up.
Right? Yeah.
It took a lot of incest before that for us to get here, you know. But at any rate, that wasn't the Lord's method of how we were supposed to populate the earth. But because of their transgression, they took on a whole different plan.
Yeah.
All right, and then God had to finally when the world was populated enough where there really was no good excuse to breed with your relatives, God's like, okay, we're going to put in this ordinance. Don't be doing that stuff anymore. All right, Moses was like the last one. He was kind of like he was grandfathered in.
Right.
He was like the last. After that, it's like, look, man, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, Dust to Dust says to think of Lot.
Right?
Yeah, the Moabites, right?
That's.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right, so let's get off this one because
it's getting grosser.
It's getting weird, man. You Brits. You started. No, I'm just. Hey, once again, man, it's a worldwide thing, dude. Everybody, every culture is, you know, has put 2 cents in it, whatever. Some more sense than others. Ice Cube's tour bus firebombed by Antifa. Protest mistake. Tour bus for ICE vehicle. I don't care. But anyway, we'll talk about it.
It's kind of funny though.
Yeah,
I'm glad nobody was hurt, but
yeah, the irony.
The irony.
In a case of mistaken identity, rapper Ice Cube's tour bus was set ablaze by a group of Antifa protesters, according to reports. The protesters believed it was a deportation vehicle. It's like, okay, let's stop right there. They believed it was a deportation vehicle. Now, I don't know, should I give them the benefit of the doubt that they knew the bus was empty?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Because what I'm saying is, if you thought that this was a deportation vehicle with those deportees that y'all claim to care about so much,
right?
Why the crap would you set the bus on fire? You know, but hey, maybe because hey, you don't really know if everybody's off the bus or not.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they let them? If they're deportees, they're supposed to be, you know, they're detained. Where they gonna keep them?
Right.
So. Well, I mean, I don't know. Why shouldn't they think that because this is at a hotel, right? And ain't we giving
a hotel, yeah.
Yeah, and we giving illegal immigrants like vouchers to be able to stay in nice hotels.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable. These ICE buses and the vehicles are parked everywhere, all over the country.
So heck, why?
In front of hotels where they're staying.
Yeah, why wouldn't they think that they might all be in a hotel? But I don't know. But the thing is you don't know if they might not all be off the bus or not. And you gonna firebomb it?
Kind of scary, yeah.
So at any rate, so footage of the incident has since gone viral on social media. It shows protesters chanting as the bus was pelted and eventually engulfed in flames. The confusion reportedly occurred because of the large ICE letterings painted on the bus. I would think that an ICE transport would at least be spelled like an acronym. Maybe?
Yeah.
You know, this is ICE. You know, Ice Cube. It's like are ICE buses like typically? I don't see Ice Cube's bus or whichever. You know, would it be stylized like that?
Yeah, good question. They're not showing like the whole bus, so you can see the lettering.
So let's see. Ice Cube says it wasn't my bus. It was a crew bus parked in front of the hotel. Everybody was upstairs sleeping. Nobody hurt. No equipment damaged. A coward. Yeah, I'm glad that he addressed him as a coward.
Yeah.
That's good. A coward set fire to the bus. My bus was actually in Oakland getting service. And I think the reason why Ice Cube is saying this wasn't my bus, it was a crew bus, is to let them know, it's like, look, man, you guys, you could have hurt my crew.
Yeah.
Maybe he's saying that. You know, I don't know exactly where his attitude as far as that goes, but letting them know, it's like, look, I don't even know if maybe Ice Cube is thinking they was actually trying to come after him.
It could be.
Because I don't know what at this point I haven't even read what Ice Cube knows about what the attack was. He just knows these people are cowards. But does Ice Cube at this point did Ice Cube know? Were they trying to come after him, or were they trying to come after whom they assumed was Ice?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looks like wasn't my bus, it was a crew bus. So if you all thought you was coming after me, you missed me and my bus and went after my crew, which really sucks.
Yes.
You know, because you made my crew, you inconvenienced my crew. Parked in front of the hotel. Everybody was upstairs sleeping. Nobody hurt. No equipment damage. A coward set fire to the bus. My bus is actually open. So nanny nanny boo boo, sticky head doo doo. You didn't get my bus, right? So reacting to the news, Ice Cube took the handle, and that's what he said. The video, the fans react. The video has left the internet divided, with some users mocking the bizarre mix-up, while others condemn the protesters for resorting to violence. Somebody says, Ice Cube's tour bus was firebombed in Portland while he was in town for a performance at the Moda Center. The fire is currently under investigation. Officials, okay, that's not really telling me anything.
Right.
I'm not seeing where Ice Cube addresses Antifa.
He doesn't. He hasn't yet.
Okay. So, well, I mean, he already said whoever did this is a coward.
Yeah.
Will you maintain if when you make another statement about this and you understand that it was Antifa, will you still hold on to the claim that they're cowards?
Right.
Because they are. So.
You know, with this article, I heard about it in one of the news, shows I listen to, and it took me forever to find this article where you actually get the facts, because all the news media outlets were reporting that bus caught fire, and they, you know how they all regurgitate each other's headlines to say the exact same thing, bus caught fire. And I went to Reddit because I'm like, okay, what really happened? Because the Republican I was listening to report the news said it was firebombed, but all the news is saying that it just spontaneously caught fire somehow. We don't know. And yeah, so it took me a long time, and I couldn't use an American news source. I had to use the India Times to actually get the freaking truth of the facts of what happened.
We're outsourcing our news, yes.
Right? That's really ridiculous.
The bus caught fire due to mass doses of 420, and just
right.
The ashes on the floor just caught fire. And they were like that bus in what was it, Cheech and Chong? Was it Next Movie or Nice Dreams? And it had a whole bus made out of marijuana.
Oh my
And
goodness.
they basically started smoking the bus, I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
Cheech and Chong. All right.
I did, before we move on, I was hearing some of the Republican news commentators say, well, maybe perhaps, and they were serious, perhaps he had, because he was a gangster back in the day, maybe it was somebody who had vengeance on him, and somebody wanted to take, something out on him. And I was like, those of us who, I don't know, just know the culture, that's our age group. He was a middle-class guy who grew up in Long Beach. He was not a gangbanger. That was the funny thing about Ice Cube, is he played a character, basically. So no, nobody was taking vengeance out on him for some gang-banging thing.
Yeah, he didn't get Tupac'd.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. They didn't Tupac his bus.
Right.
Let's see.
I sure hope he would say something about Antifa, though.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
North Korea bans Western words, including hamburger and ice cream. It's Kim Jong-un, so you have to say hamburger. It's a hamburger. Okay. Kim Jong-il.
Oh, I love this quote. This is one of my favorite quotes of all time. Jay Thompson has it. Never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. Hanlon's razor. I love that quote.
Oh my goodness. And hey, you know, I get to have fun with my Korean homies because I know how to count in Korean.
You do?
Yeah. I had to learn how to count. I had to count how many times I got kicked in the face when I was studying Taekwondo.
Oh.
I'm playing. Ain't nobody kicked me in the face in Taekwondo. Nobody kicked me in the face. But anyway. So, North Korea bans Western words, including. Why y'all gonna pick on the hamburger and ice cream? All right, the goal is to teach tourism professionals to consciously use North Korean vocabulary while avoiding South Korean expressions. And man, why you gonna be bigots like that?
Right?
All elitist, all nationalistic and stuff like that. Why can't y'all just be one Korea? Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
But you know, I want y'all to be one with us. Mm-hmm. No. Okay. The tour guides who are enrolled in a rigorous state-run training program are being instructed to say, "Dajin Gogi." Don't laugh. Don't laugh at my Korean. Dajin Gogi Gyo Pang Pang. Got yo. Yeah. Can we just say DGG?
There you go.
Even trying to say that, it sounds bad. I ain't trying to say that. I ain't trying to say that your language is funny. I'm saying that I'm the one looking ridiculous trying to pronounce these things. That sounds yummy. Okay, so the Dajin Gogi Gyapang is supposed to mean double bread with ground beef. Double bread.
So you have to say all that instead of hamburger.
Instead of saying hamburger. It's all right. So, I mean, how many syllables we got there? Dajin, Gogi, Gyop. There's a lot of P's in there, man. Gyop. Why they got to? Maybe that's a typo. Because they got like 3 P's and it's like throwing me off. It's like 3 P's in a row.
Oh wow, you're right.
All right, so Daijin, Gogi, Gyo, Pang. So 7. That's 7 syllables. Double bread with ground beef. Okay,
That's 6, huh?
It's 6. It's not too much of a difference, but they want to say double bread with ground beef. And that's what they so. To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a double bread with the ground beef. No, because
sing it with the Korean word.
Right? You guys, no. Oh, I know, right? So I might have a stroke if I try to do that. No, it'd be no. But if it's the Big Mac though, it'd be to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a triple bread bun. To all ground beef patties. So you can't say these. No, it's we already get it as ground beef. You don't have to say ground beef, it's just beef patties. Right? And then double bread. And Esukimo, Eskimo. Okay, so Eskimo. You say Eskimo for ice cream. I don't want to eat an Eskimo.
Right? That's kind of disturbing.
Well, there's Eskimo pies.
That's true.
What was an Eskimo pie? Eskimo pie was like a.
Gosh, it's been like 30 years.
Is it kind of like an ice cream sandwich, but they're more like, I don't remember.
Was it like a hard chocolate shell with vanilla ice cream in the middle?
That's Klondike. That's Klondike.
I don't know if I even remember the Eskimo, like if I even had one.
Seemed like Eskimo pie was.
I must know.
I know, right? Who can get in there first? Can define the Eskimo pie? What's kind of an ice cream? But it seemed like it was an ice cream sandwich, but more round instead of like the rectangular. That we would chase that ice cream to boy. You better come back here, ice cream man, and give me my ice cream sandwich, right? We would get,
chocolate covered vanilla ice cream bar wrapped in foil.
And what?
chocolate.
Oh, foil.
Covered, wrapped in foil. Eddie's pie, known as Eskimo pie.
So it sounds like the same as a Klondike bar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Eskimo for ice cream. Man, you would by looking at this, you would think that Kim Jong-il is now in charge of the McDonald's franchise now, because McDonald's don't even look like fun anymore.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's just this gray. They're now these gray buildings.
It just looks like a corporate office.
Yeah, you know, it's like a gray building with a small thing of golden arches on it.
Yeah, you know, I was my friend is like 31 years old, and she was actually talking to me. She brought that up. She goes, you know, I saw pictures of the McDonald's that you guys had when you were kids, and they look completely fun.
Yeah.
And they're like happy. And we didn't grow up, my generation grew up with these like gray. We maybe had the Playland, but they took those away too a few years back.
Yeah, McDonald's was supposed to, I mean.
Like, I'm sorry, it wasn't my decision.
Yeah, I know, right? What McDonald's has become, McDonald's, it used to be kind of understood that it was a treat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the young little kids could play in there too.
Yeah, want to go to McDonald's? Yeah, go to McDonald's. Now McDonald's has basically it's like a staple.
Yeah.
Dinner at McDonald's or whichever.
Yep, breakfast at McDonald's.
Breakfast all day now. And I know I was happy about that back in the day. It was like, we can get breakfast all day? Heck yeah. Because that's what I was thinking. I used to buy into that, that nonsense back in the day, like being a vegetarian and whatnot. It's like, oh, if I'm eating breakfast, I'm not eating like meat, not eating like red meat, and just getting a whole bunch of carbs, getting a, freaking, McMuffin. Don't put any ham on it because I'm virtuous. I don't eat pork and I don't eat sausage. Put the egg on it because an egg. It doesn't walk around or it doesn't fly. So I'm thinking that I'm eating healthy and whatever. And so I wonder how you would say that. Give me a McMuffin, with hold the ham and just the egg and the cheese. I'd probably,
That's how I used to order them though, because I didn't like meat. I mean, it wasn't a moral thing. I just didn't like the taste of it. I don't know, when I was younger.
Yeah, I don't know. It was some kind of like for me, it was like something like moral and healthy. It was like, dude, probably the healthiest thing on that thing was the ham. When you get down to the healthiest aspect of that Egg McMuffin was probably the ham
You're
itself.
Like, remove the healthy part, please, because I'm a liberal.
No, the egg. The egg,
Eggs are extremely healthy.
Yeah,
I'm glad you ate eggs when you were a vegetarian so that you weren't that sick.
If that's vegetarian, we got to say that in quotes though. But yeah, even the egg, was it really egg?
Right.
I mean, it's probably for all intents and purposes, it's probably the egg. But yeah, the healthier stuff that was on there, it's like, no, don't put that on there. Like or going to Burger King and getting the so-called veggie Whopper with cheese. Yeah. Oh man, I used to eat crap out of those. But it's like, no, dude, you left probably the healthiest part of that. It's thinking that you're being healthy. That bun, those little bit of veggies that they're gonna put in ain't gonna help, offset what that bun is gonna do. The gluten, the carbs, and the freaking
the seed oils.
You're wondering why you're not getting that shape that you want to get because you're pounding veggie Whoppers with cheese, thinking that you're eating all healthy. It's like, no. Any rate. So yeah, good thing for me, I don't really have it in my desire or plans to tour North Korea.
Right.
That's the funny thing. Hold on, that's the part I missed out right there. The goal is to teach tourism professionals. You got people who want to tour.
That's what I found curious as well.
Say, wait a minute.
Who's vacationing in North Korea?
I know, right? It's like, well, hey, maybe there's things that we don't know about North Korea that
there must be.
Maybe they got things going on there, I don't. Well, maybe other, communist, people who are really into communism and stuff like that. Maybe they go tour there and. Maybe Kim Jong-un has an itinerary for them.
That's a good point.
where they can come and visit those aspects of it and have a positive outlook on North Korea. Maybe that's how that works. Because I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who crap wants to tour North Korea? But maybe that's how that works. Because, that is how it is in different countries. You'll have people who go to different, and they're just in awe of, like, whether it's, universal health care or their nationalistic health care and stuff like that. They think that it is just the best kind of health care you can get. They go there, I was seen immediately and all that sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, dude, when you go into these countries, they know how to make it to where people from foreign countries have a better opinion of what their system is like. But what you're seeing is like an exception made for you. That's not the norm. Considering where you're going in that country and what you're going to have access to, the access that they allow you to have, sure, you're going to see that. Mm-hmm. But in terms of, like, overall, because you're going to their country and you're touring their nation. It ain't like you're having to pay the tax burden. You don't pay the same kind of taxes that they do. You're still an American citizen.
Yeah.
And so your income over there as a visitor, you're not going to be taxed like upwards of 70% of your income.
And if you're on vacation in Finland, I'm certain that you're going to be able to afford your little hospital bill there. And yes, they can see you right away and give you good treatment there because there's like 30 people in the country as opposed to America.
Their expenses just ain't the same. It's funny how people, they try to, it's really comparing apples to oranges.
It is.
It really is, man. But whatever. Daijin go gyaku pang pang. All right.
Wait, you have to disclose what they're calling the karaoke machine before you move on.
Oh boy. Okay. Meanwhile, I hope I can pronounce it. Meanwhile, karaoke machine should be called on-screen accompaniment machine. On-screen, that's kind of catchy. Karaoke, give me that. Hey, let's go out for a night of on-screen accompaniment machine. No, that's kind of hard to say. On-screen, yeah. Well, I'm glad that they didn't try to write that down in
Korean.
North Korean, yeah. I would really look like a jackass.
So you're gonna get your double bread with ground beef and then an Eskimo for dessert, and then you're gonna do some on-screen accompaniment machine.
Can you repeat back my order? Make sure we got it right. Okay, you ordered the double bread with ground beef. Woo. With cheese. No cheese.
Right? This is North Korea. We're communists. We don't have cheese.
That's right. We don't like cheese here. Okay. Car rolls in the lake after Massachusetts Karen. I'd like to see Karen order a double beef.
Right?
Let's see. Let's open this up. Damn. Okay, a woman in Upton, Massachusetts, forgot to put her car in park, and when she got out to Heckle ICE agents, arrested an alleged illegal alien, according to a post by Fox News reporter Bill Mulligan, whatever. Mulligan posted a photo and a video of the woman on a car sent by an ICE source. Oh, I don't mind saying that's kind of satisfying. It's a little satisfying, ain't it?
Yeah.
A voice on the video can be heard calling the woman Lucy, presumably a reference to the disaster-prone Lucy Ricardo.
Oh, I was wondering. I had no idea what he meant by that.
Well, all right. Lucy Ricardo in the classic 1950s TV series I Love Lucy. An anti-ICE protester in Massachusetts forgot to. Okay, we read that. Got it. So at any rate, y'all, there's a little bit of satisfaction. What do they call that? Instant karma.
Yes, instant karma.
So she's gonna forget to put her car in park, and now gonna try to heckle some ICE agent. And maybe you should just stick to firebombing buses, I guess.
Yeah.
There, Karen.
Apparently.
And let's see
I wonder if she had to ask the people she was heckling, those officers, for help.
Well, it looked like she had her phone. I guess her phone didn't end up in the drink. So I guess she can call her AAA service, maybe if that's what they have, there to come and tow her car and,
That's going to be...
She can have some fun.
I hope she has extreme full coverage.
I was going to say she could have fun, explaining that to,
Yeah.
I can see the adjuster coming out there.
Yeah, the whole thing, I mean, we have friends around here who, with that flood, like, part of their cars ended up in the flood, and it was barely salvageable. Her whole car ended up.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm glad she wasn't still in it. That thing would have sank straight down to hell, man. If she was in that car with it. So I'm glad you got out of there okay there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's probably a teacher and makes good money, so she should be fine.
I hope you learned. I hope you receive the Lord's peace and truth. You know.
Yeah.
But that's what you get. Sorry. Democrat lawmakers melt down after Trump posts meme video of Hakeem Jeffries in a sombrero. Man, close some of these tabs.
While you're closing your tabs, Hard-Boiled Entertainment says, do veggie burgers actually taste any good? Admittedly, the ones you would make were really good.
Yeah, okay. So at Burger King, in accommodating folks, they it's basically, I mean, I guess there's enough veggies on there to constitute a veggie burger. It had the lettuce, it had tomatoes, pickles, and onions. I think that's pretty much all the veggies that you can get. And then they did make a veggie Whopper, and it was okay. It was kind of like the precursor to the Beyond Meat. I didn't like it. Yeah, I think the patty that they chose, it was like Morning Star or something like that. And that's funny because the Morning Star burgers, they weren't any help in trying to manage your weight or anything like that, because they were made with like wheat and soy protein and stuff like that. So you weren't getting away from the gluten thing. But I don't know. I'm sorry, man. To answer your question, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it was tasty, and maybe not as satisfying as just getting a Whopper.
Right.
But it was still good. I mean,
the ones that you made though with those Morningstar patties.
Yeah.
Those were actually really good.
Yeah, you had to know which kind of Morningstar patty to get.
Yeah,
though.
very true.
You had to get the grillers. Those were good.
Yeah.
But that was a phase that I had gone through, and I know better now. I'm well. I'm well now. You just go ahead and you slap a piece of that, that beef on there, and then we straight.
I remember when you started to eat beef burgers like hamburgers again.
And you know what
Very
did it?
intriguing.
You know what did
what?
it? In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, wow.
In-N-Out Burger brought me back from the darkness.
You tasted that patty.
I smelt it. I don't remember how it happened. I was okay because I was gonna go to In-N-Out Burger, and I was just gonna get me, like the have me one of them. They call it the grilled cheese.
Yes.
Right, the grilled cheese style. Right. You got to know their secret menu and stuff. So it's just they just give you the bun with some onion and the cheese on it. If you want special sauce on it, whichever, anything you want except for the burger, right? I don't know because every once in a while, it doesn't happen often. They might mistake somebody's order.
Yes.
And I remember one time when I was still ordering those grilled cheeses, or maybe it was with you. And remember, oh my goodness, we can only imagine what this person's reaction was.
Yeah.
Because somebody had switched around the orders, and we got one of those 4-decker.
Yeah, like 4 patties.
4 patties on. You gotta. It takes like 4 patties to make like this one, because the In-N-Out Burger patty is small. It's very tasty, but it's small. So you got to get like 2 or 3 of them, at least 2 of them, to make like a more satisfying burger. The one patty, that's for like a kid. That's like a 5-year-old or something like that. That's a kid's meal. But we got we got you I think maybe it was you. It was you. You were getting it, and you got the grilled cheese. And cause she just likes grilled cheese.
Yep.
She wasn't trying to get away from me. She just likes grilled cheese. And we got somebody's like 4-decker, and I imagine somebody like driving home and
got like grilled cheese.
And the grilled cheese. Woo! Somebody was probably hot, boy. Anyway, so I don't know what it was, but I think it was just one of those times I went into In-N-Out, and I guess maybe I was just like really hungry, and I was like, that you don't get that aroma. you don't get that aroma from just no grilled cheese.
It's true.
It was some meats. And I was like, I want it. And I ordered one, and I hadn't gone back. Right? I was In-N-Out. In-N-Out did it. In-N-Out did it.
And we had one right around the corner in Torrance.
Oh, man, South Bay. That's one of the things that we miss, about. Now, they got In-N-Out here in Texas, too.
Not where we live.
Yeah, not where we. Hey, In-N-Out, you need to come to our neighborhood. We got enough of a population here, and we got enough people that appreciate In-N-Out. So hopefully, I'm kind of torn about it though. I don't really want In-N-Out to come here, but I really do at the same time. Because if I go to In-N-Out, man, I'm just going.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I when the weekend comes, I like to do our grill. I like to cook our more fun food.
Yes.
During the week, we try to keep it like low carb and stuff like that. And but when the weekend comes, I make my own burger buns. Do our own burgers.
Yeah, you make everything from scratch.
Yeah, make my own ketchup, all that sort of stuff. And and I think I not to toot my own horn. It's like, wow, this is not too bad. I know all the ingredients that's going into it. So that's when we use like the certain kinds of wheat. It's not as easy to cook with. It took a while to like really come up with something like hey man, this really works. I have that. And it makes eating on the weekends a lot more fun. We can
very fun.
Splurge a little bit. In-N-Out, I think, could still be like a weekend thing. It'd be hard though.
It would be very hard.
The way that I cook during the weekends, I would do it if it wasn't as difficult. It's like but it's you have to kind of set a day aside for that. Matter of fact, I have to food prep it, for and freeze some of it for a little bit. But In-N-Out, that's my jam, man. I like In-N-Out burger. And also what we don't have is we don't have Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, I think they call it more.
Yeah.
Hardee's. Yeah, I kind of miss Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. was pretty good.
I do too.
Yeah,
they're famous stars with cheese.
Yeah, that's we used to go. Back in the day, we would go nuts on that. Like when I was in high school, that was my jam. Famous star with cheese. Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
I know, me too. I really want one of your cheeseburgers.
Yes. Hakeem, we're going to cut this one short, man, because I think I want to go snack.
Wait, Hardboiled Entertainment says, whose patties are smaller, In-N-Out or Steak and Shake? Have you ever had Steak and Shake?
I don't think we've gone to Steak and Shake.
Yeah, I haven't had
and
them.
I could swear that I've seen one here.
I could swear too, but we were looking to reward them for changing to beef tallow, and we don't have one.
Dang. I don't have an answer for you. In-N-Out burger though.
Their patties are thin, but they're delicious.
Yeah, they're thin, but they're quite good.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they just go ahead and they really push the double-double.
Right. Yeah.
The double-double is like that's your standard. If you're going, I think they just make the single. Probably just for like a kid,
Well, I prefer the single.
Yeah, without having to have like a kiddie menu, I guess, or a Happy Meal sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like just think of the single patty. That's mostly for your kids.
No, we don't have Culver's. 99 sketchy thought. My
What is it?
parents, Culver's.
Culver's.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
It's a really, really, really good. I'm pretty sure it's fast food because my parents just got back from Minnesota. There's snowbirds there. And they talking about going to Culver's every night. That it's addicting. It's delicious.
Oh wow!
No, we don't have one here.
Is that more of a northern Midwest?
It must
joint?
be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I remember when we filmed the Gosnell movie. We were in Oklahoma when we filmed the Gosnell movie, and that's when I had first gotten a taste of Whataburger.
Oh yeah.
And man, it was. I was like, man, Whataburger is good. Pretty mustard forward, but it was good. They like to put a lot of mustard on their burger, right?
Forward.
And I don't know, maybe I was just like really hungry, or maybe it was just Oklahoma. But when we had moved to Texas and they got Whataburger all over the place, you got to say Whataburger.
Yes.
You can't say what. Right? Because hey, even though what is spelled WHAT, we've always pronounced it what. You know,
Yeah,
so we say,
WHUT.
yeah, the what a burger. That's Whataburger. You gotta
Yeah,
say,
everybody here says Waterburger.
yeah, it's like water. That's all. It's not spelled water either. It's what? Whataburger.
Yeah.
But they be like Waterburger. And like, I don't want to eat no Waterburger. I don't want to eat Waterburger. Anyway, but I'm like, man, I ain't feeling Whataburger. I don't know, something changed. It's like, man, it's more, and I love bread. I love bread.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, there's more bread going on here than burger. And I don't know.
That's not right.
It's just not, I ain't feeling it. I really miss In-N-Out Burger now. So, really miss In-N-Out Burger.
Oh, have you been to Five Guys?
Five Guys is, I'd still go with In-N-Out Burger. Five Guys, I dig the whole bag of fries thing and just put the burgers on top of that. And Five Guys, they really got that kind of boutique vibe burger, you know, that's going on. You know,
I never went there.
Yeah, you know, a big choice of ingredients that you could put on your burger. And I think that kind of, you know, helps out with the, you know, the selection of what you could put on your burger.
Okay.
In terms of like it just being, you know, the burger by itself, it's good. My mind wasn't blown by Five Guys. Let me put it like that. And when if somebody said, "Hey man, you want to go to Five Guys?" Yeah, let's go to Five Guys. I'm with it. But my mind wasn't blown by Five Guys. It didn't have that, I don't know, that classic burger flavor to me that, you know, like when you're just that young, that thing that made you fall in love with a hamburger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think of places where that has that classic burger flavor that, you know, from back in the day, that when you're a kid and you get your first bite of a hamburger, say, "Oh wow, hamburger!" You know,
For
it's
me,
like
it was Bob's Big Boy when I was a little kid.
that's okay. Bob's Big Boy.
Yeah.
What was that joint that we used to have? It was like a 50s kind of joint.
Oh, Johnny Rockets?
Johnny Rockets.
Yeah.
Ruby's.
Ruby's, yeah.
Classic burger flavor.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? You know, that. Now, don't get me wrong, because, you know, you don't always have to have that classic burger flavor to you know, have a good hamburger. Like not Carl's, In-N-Out, I think they've definitely got their own signature flavor.
That's
but
true.
it's not way out there.
Right,
It's
yeah.
still got a classic taste, but
Yeah.
it's definitely got its own. But to get that classic burger flavor, you know, some of those kind of 50s themed restaurants, you know, I like that. But anyway, I got to get off food, man.
You're the one who got me going back to hamburgers. once you were sold, then
They used to
You
call
got
me
me
Al
sold.
Burger back in the day because
Yeah.
I love hamburgers so
I
much.
love that. I think that's so cute.
Al Burger. All right, now we gotta go doodle in the punch bowl talking about this nut, Hakeem Jeffries.
Jeffries
Ooh,
and Chucky Schumer.
yeah. All right, so Trump posted. I guess Trump is getting an AI. Trump's like, I can play the AI game too now, since I guess South Park is going all AI
Right.
on Trump. I haven't seen any of those. I don't want to. I've heard about
You
it.
don't want to.
So Trump posted an AI-generated meme last night, just about 24 hours ahead of a potential government shutdown. They shut it down, huh?
Yep, they shut it down.
Well, there you go.
They couldn't get a vote to pass it. So.
No surprise there. All right, so shutdown, which is being pushed by Democrats, unless, of course, they get government health care for illegal immigrants. Okay.
Yep.
So anyway, long story short, so Hakeem is getting all butthurt because of a post with him with a mustache and
Yeah.
and a sombrero. You know, say it to my face, Trump. You come and say it to my face. Big tough talk. And it's like, dude, do you see the stuff that they make about Trump?
Right.
You know, we was just talking about South Park, you know, and the videos that South Park are doing. I mean, really distasteful stuff.
Yeah.
And you mad, and you got your cheerleader Maxine Waters back there.
Right.
And you talk about come
She
say it
looks
to my.
otherworldly now.
She's just weird, you know. And I don't know what's worse, the fact that she's in office or the people who keep her in there.
Yeah.
You got this woman has constituents, and it's like, okay, you got people who vote for you.
Yeah.
Wow,
We
that's
used
scary.
to be in her district.
Word, you know, I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
So it is. You're upset by this, and you're basically issuing like fighting words.
Right.
You know, to Trump, come say it to my face because of a sombrero and a mustache. You know, but you don't have a problem with, you know, is why don't you call out the people who do these distasteful things about you? I mean, way worse, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Way worse. But no. And so you want free health care for illegal aliens. Man, well, I mean, I guess you really don't get what this state-run healthcare is already doing to American citizens as it is.
Yeah.
It's not affordable, even though it's called, you know, the Affordable Care Act.
Right.
But somehow we're still talking about this crap.
Yeah.
It ain't affordable. All right, it's lower quality insurance for a higher price
Yes.
that you have to get financial assistance for.
Yeah.
Crap kind of affordable care is that?
Good question.
And so just American citizens is difficult. And you want to expand that expense to illegal immigrants. And we're not supposed to have any sort of beef with that.
Uh-huh.
So and sorry to kick a dead horse, but once again, okay, you, along with these people that you're pandering to, are insisting that we're the cost, you know, we're just all going to come together and we're going to pay the cost of people's health care, in this case, to illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And I'm asking, dude, why do they have to come here and get that? Why don't they get that in their country? Why are you speaking against America like we're this evil nation that withholds health care from people? Why are those people coming here? Why don't you admonish their nation? It seemed like their nation is the one that's withholding health care from them.
Yeah.
And their nations, the places that they're coming from, hey, dude, don't they already have like a universal form of health care?
Yeah, most of them do.
Don't they already have that? It doesn't seem to be working out that great for them.
Yep.
Why don't they just stay there and enjoy that kind of healthcare system for themselves where they are, instead of coming here and forcing us to accommodate them? See, man, that's why I'm saying it ain't about these people coming here looking for a better life. This is an invasion. It's an occupation. Because the things that they're coming and demanding from us, they are, one, in a lot of ways, they already have that where they are.
Yes.
And the things that they feel, I guess, what they're supposed to feel, so that they're refugees. What the crap are they refugees for? For what? I thought their country was so wonderful.
Uh-huh.
You know, you'd be talking about these people like the president of Venezuela and president. They like these people just got it so together, and everything is just so good. It's so great down there. So what the crap are they refugees from?
Michael Moore made a whole movie on Cuba's wonderful healthcare system, their socialized healthcare.
Come on now. So yeah, dude, you got off light because you got a video with you with a sombrero and a mustache, and you want to fight somebody because of that. I don't know. Is it just the evil that blinds them? Is there no critical thinking going on here? It's like, who are these people that you're pandering to? Of course, all it comes down to is that you guys want to be able to, you know, use these people as a census because you want it. They're a voting block to you.
Yep.
You know, you want to deny that they're illegal so you can have them vote for you legally. And you can get this representation that you want. So you Democrats can force us to be a democracy and vote power and liberty away from the people and have it for yourselves. You know, that's really what it comes down to. And you people don't even understand that you'll get eaten in the process.
Right, yeah.
That power that you want is going to shrink, and it's going to fall more so into the smaller hands of this oligarchy that you're basically helping to make happen. What you think you're gonna be at the table of it, man? So anyway,
The thing that there's 99 Sketchy thought was like, yeah, shut it down. And Cranky was like, well, I mean, it sucks that they always wait till the last minute to pass what needs to be done and to do what needs to be done. The politicians know that our fiscal year starts, October 1st, and they always wait till the very last second and put on all this drama. And we all pretty much feel like, yeah, shut it down, who cares? But at the same time, like, my dad has to use the VA for his health care. And the government-run VA system sucks. Like, you have to wait a long time for an appointment. The doctors aren't great. The facilities aren't fantastic.
well, the part of the reason why it sucks is if we can get these people who are so hung up on illegal
Yeah,
immigrants,
if we could just take some of that health care away from them and give it to the vets.
because a lot of this is an obstacle
Yes.
to this kind of thing. I mean, I don't want to just say it's just absolute, but you're going to have people who are going to be of that mindset operating the VA too. And it becomes saboteurs. This kind of stuff needs to be gotten out of the way. But when you got people who are willing to put this kind of energy, into pandering people, because like I said, they just want to make a voter block out of these people.
Absolutely, yeah.
But they got this energy to pander to these people. I guess we got the money, and if we don't, well, we'll just print some more.
Yeah, that's their mindset.
To do this kind of stuff. These are the reasons why we can't get that quality for our veterans.
Yeah.
It's a part of it, y'all. There's other factors to it, of course. But dang, man, you looking at this, and you're like, you guys can't take the same that energy that you're putting into people who are coming in our country illegally. That kind of energy, you can't allocate that to our vets. You can't do that.
Right.
See, this is the kind of stuff. It's right here, right with a freaking neon sign on it, man. It's just
It's so frustrating.
that these people they still have office.
Yeah.
That's a shame. And I can't just look at Hakeem Jeffries and be like, man, you. I'm like, dude, there's a whole bunch of people who vote for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of inroads that have to be made culturally.
Yeah.
Oh,
60% of the country is nuts and 40% is too docile to do anything.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Leaving on a happy note.
Yeah, and a hungry note. I'd have made
I
myself.
know, I really want a cheeseburger.
I feel like Wimpy. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Y'all don't know nothing about Wimpy. Y'all too young for that. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to my observations on what's going on in the news today. And thank you so much for your input and just being part of the conversation. BronzeSerpentMedia.com. Thank you guys for dropping that buck in the buck to keep Bro Zo on the go. Your support is greatly appreciated. And hopefully I can show that appreciation, and if we're still here. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But if in the event that we're still here, hopefully that appreciation will be shown in us, really, trying to bring, up our game with how we're going to bring these, maybe not have just this background. We're going to update our background and stuff like that. And, really get into, hopefully we'll get the support to make more elaborate productions. We're trying, y'all. And we want to really show our appreciation for y'all hanging in there with us and, setting a new standard or something like that.
Yes.
We'll see a couple days. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much. And y'all have a groovy rest of your evening. We'll talk again soon. Bye.